All right, I'm going to record this so we know what's going on here. All right, so we're in Canva. We're going to actually create a social media post for either Facebook or LinkedIn. If I use this format of the Facebook post, it works very well on LinkedIn, and I think it works pretty good on Instagram too. But if you don't know, you can check the sizes. So we're going to say create a design, and we're going to put in Facebook. And here you can see Facebook posts. And this is very square. If you look at the size, it's going to tell you it's not quite square. It's a little bit longer than it is tall. But if I put in, let's go create another one called Instagram, just to see what the Instagram one size is in comparison. See, that one is a little more square. So if you're going to use the same one, you might want to keep as much inside on the Facebook post as square as possible, and you can still use the same one. But you can see what the difference is. So the other thing that you can do is create your Facebook post, and then in the paid account, you can actually resize it to the Instagram. You can just put in Instagram post and say copy and resize, and then it resizes your post into the Instagram size. Very easily done. So let's go back to our, let's get rid of that. Let's go back to our Facebook post here. And now you can see they have a whole bunch of templates up here. It's going to show what you recently used, but, and then they're going to recommend some. And then they're going to have a bunch of templates in here that you can take a look at and see what might work for you. Some of these are pretty cool, and it's nice to have them, but you can also create your own. Here's all results. So usually you can go through these and they're not categorized, and you can get a better idea. Like, let's take this one, for example. This one actually has 5 different layouts, and you can say apply all 5 pages. And now you can just start editing. Here's your image. So you want to upload your own image, or you can search for a photo. So let's just say luxury home. And you can just edit the text that's on here. And hopefully you have your logos in here. Let's just put in Ruby for fun. This background right here, we can change the color up here to white or whatever color you want. You can also make this, now we have to change that text. So just click on that text box and you can go change the color to whatever you want. Very simple. Also on this, you can go, this box, this is called an element. You can create a fade, so it's not totally wiping out your image. And then if you want to change the color of the page, you can do that as well. So let's just do that. Or go to this rose color for Ruby staging. And now you're just going to go to the next one and do the same thing. Or if you decide you don't want that picture, you can hit delete. And we're going to create just a 1-page post. So I'm just going to get rid of these others because I think you see how to add photos and stuff to here. If you have any questions, just ask, okay? So, because I'm going to kind of go through these really fast. Let's see how I'm just adding photos to these. Let's put that kitchen in there. And if we want that to be a photo, You can add an element by deleting that. You can go put this in and resize it, drag it down here. And you can add another photo there. And then of course you can change the text up here. If it's grouped, you want to ungroup it. You can change the background color and you can add your logo. Place it anywhere you want. So we're just going to go ahead and delete these others. Does anyone have any question on how to do that part?
No, this is good.
Now we're going to animate these. So we're going to say, I'm going to use tumble. I like to use tumble because it puts in just enough motion. And this is also going to be a tumble. And notice I can say, change the timing from 5 seconds to 6.5 seconds or whatever I want. And now I can watch my little video I just created. See that? Isn't that cool, guys?
Yep.
It was really quick. Now I think 6.5 seconds is probably a little too long. So let's change it down to 3 seconds. And let's go for it again.
Patsy, could you show us how you went back to her, all the design on the left side right now with her logo? How did you get all of that in there? Was that in the uploads? Okay.
Yeah, you just upload your media from your hard drive.
What is the red dot next to the styles for?
The red dot.
1, 2, 3, 4 down from the uploads where it says styles and it's got a red dot there.
It's just because I'm changing the colors, the background. So it's just saying that you can pick a style. You can pick a color palette that goes throughout your post if you want to. I don't necessarily because I like to pick my own colors. So, I mean, unless you set up a KW style guide or a Remax style guide that you might want to, which is called brand colors, that's kind of an advanced feature in Canva, and I'm not going to cover that today. So let's go back to this. And now we're going to say, let's play this again. And I think that's pretty tricky. I think it would get someone's attention on Facebook or Instagram. So then you can just either publish it direct to your Facebook from here, which is, you just pick your business page. It's an MP4, both pages. You can write your content in here. And say publish now. And it's going to prepare your design. It takes a minute because it is video. So as it's coming up, then it's going to have you save it somewhere. So make sure you have a folder for your listing or for your Facebook posts so you know exactly where you're going to put this. and you're not hunting around for it. The most aggravating thing for me is people saving things and they have no idea where it's saved. Okay, so make sure that you have an idea of where it has saved. So this has actually been published direct to my Facebook page. So let's go over here and look. And go to my page. And because it's video, they will probably let me know when this is ready. See, it's still not quite on there. Your video upload is now ready. You can view it. There we go. Let's see. I saw it pop up. There you go. And now you can share it to your timeline from here. I highly recommend also making sure that you put your website URL in here so they can go check it out on your website if you have a single property page, or this is actually coming from a blog post. Make sure that you put the URL in here that so that it clicks them back to your website when they click it. Any questions on that, guys? Do you like the way
Patsy,
that
one
looks?
question, Patsy.
Sure.
You mentioned early on that we can create these designs, save them in some format. I think you said PDF, and then upload them to Command.
Yes, so now that you have, usually it's, you can do 2 pages, but it's not gonna save it in a video. It's not gonna have any motion to it. But if you just
Yeah.
have a still post, you can actually just save it as a PDF right here, standard PDF. And you can upload that into Command, and that way you can change out the images for different listings, or if you want to put in a market snap from Command, you can put that in here. Just know exactly, make sure you set it up as you want it. So for example, if I was going to use this in Command and create a market snap, I would probably arrange this so that my market snap is going to be big, and I'm going to say something about what's happening in your neighborhood. And then I'm probably going to, I'm not even going to have an image in there. I'm just going to use the image background. So when I upload this into Command, I can drag the market snap right into their image.
So Command lets us edit a PDF then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what all the templates in Command are. They're PDFs that you're editing.
Thanks.
So yeah, so actually, if you look at the way Command does it, it's actually very similar to what Canva. I think they modeled a lot of the designs, the way the design section in Command works after Canva. So you should be able to, if you master Canva, you can master Command designs, I should say. But for those of you that are not Keller Williams agents and you want, you know, a good a design program, Canva is just can't be beat, in my opinion. It's so simple to use. So that's how we create a post. And you can see on, let me go over here and go to all your designs. When you have a paid account, you can actually create folders and like create one for new listings. So, and then you put all your templates in that folder. So you just go to that folder and open up that folder, and you can see all your templates in here. Like this is the flyer. These are the social media posts. This is a video. This is an intro and a thumbnail that you would use for your email or for for a new listing. So this is kind of what an intro looks like. So an intro is designed for when you have a video. Let's go over here real quick, because we're going to talk about that. We're going to leave social media posts. Everyone understands social media posts? How to create video for that. Let me go back here 1 second though. So when you're doing a social media post, you don't have to just use stills either. You can go to videos and add video in there.
Nice.
That's 29 seconds long. So I would crop that because that's like going to take forever. So I would go and snip it because it's just, and all you do is hit the little scissors and snip it down to about 3 seconds or whatever. And now if we view it, we can view it this way and you can see that's video instead of just a still image. There we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to what an intro and an outro is. And I do want to go over here and new share. Oops. All right, here's my YouTube channel. Let's go back to my channel real quick. And let's go look at Rebecca. So here's the one that I did for her last. And let's open this up so you can see it. So it starts off with an intro, and you want the intro to have your logo and everything in it so that they know it's identifiable as you. And then if we get to the very end here, you're going to see where her outro actually starts. Here's her outro. So it has all of her compliance stuff, Keller Williams, schedule your, oops, let's go back there. It doesn't stay long, so you have to watch out. And you can create your outro for as many seconds as you want. And here you're going to say, you can have subscribe to my channel. You can put whatever you want. But the idea is to have an intro that you can easily put on the front of every video and an outro that you can easily put on the back end of every video. And I'm going to show you how to splice those. We do that right in Canva as well. So here you have a call to action. Whatever you need is right there. Okay, so this is called an intro. And again, we're going to go back to our home. We're going to create a design. We're going to say video and pick video.
Patsy,
Now-
we can't see your Canva page.
Thank you. All right,
Thanks.
you see it
Yeah.
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
So from home, we just simply said create a design, and we said video. And let me get rid of some of this. Okay, so now we want to create a YouTube intro. Okay, so up here just say YouTube intros. And it's going to give you, again, some really nice templates. You don't have to create everything from scratch. So, and if you just click them, it applies them and you can see if this is what you want to use. If you don't, just go back to your templates, and go explore another one. This one might be a really awesome one that you like. And all you do is click them and it puts them on. So it adds them to your palette here, your canvas. That's where the name Canva comes from, your canvas. So pick whatever you want. And again, you don't have to pay attention to the colors because the colors are all changeable. So let's go over here to this one. Nah, I think I will go back to, let's use this one. Nah, let's use this one. Okay, so here I can change this video out if I want to, or I can go to my uploads and use one of the images I've already got uploaded for my new listing. Let's scroll down here. So this is my new listing video. And note it, or not even a video, it's just a still image. So I can put that in here, and now I can change the content here. And you can change what, you can change your fonts, you can change the sizes, you can add bold, italics, underline, you can make them all caps or regular, normal, so that it's not all capitalized. You can change the title out, own your space, whatever you want your caption to be. But again, this should be an intro. So your local realtor, for example. And then you're going to put your own logo up here. Oops, I did it twice. Just add it up here, size it. You can put in your tagline. I may want to add another text. They've got some text over here that's already set up with different styles that you can also use. So if I use one of these, all I do is click it, it adds it, I move it over here, I ungroup it, and now I can, oops, now I can change one block at a time. Say, and I may not like that font, so I may go change it to something that's a little more professional looking. And here I might want to put in the address. I can change the size. I can change the color. Let's try white. If it's hard to read, I can add an element. So I can add a little block behind it. Resize it. Maybe take the color down. Make it a little transparent. I might want to put in a price. But you want to make sure you get your branding in there. And then we're going to animate it. So here's the way the pan looks. You can test these out to see if you like the animation. If you want to add another page, you can add a page. Go back to your template. And I think that one only had one page. Some of these have several pages of this for the same template. So I think just adding an element where we put a grid on there is probably a good way to go. Then we can just add maybe, let's say Oakland Bay Bridge. And again, it doesn't matter what you put in here. I would make sure it's not too long for intro. An intro shouldn't be more than 5 seconds. And up here, it gives you a total number of seconds for both pages. So you might want to chop this one down just a little bit more. I don't even see any movement in that one. So let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, it's ugly. So oh, here's a good one. Okay. So I'm going to chop this one down. Maybe down just a little bit more. So I'm closer to my 5 seconds. And now I can actually go to my first page and see that. Here's my second page. And I can view the whole thing if I want. Very cool. If I'm happy with it, now I can download it as an MP4 right here. I can pick 1 page or 2 page or just both pages. But I'm gonna just save this as an example intro. And while that's downloading, I'm going to show you over here real quick. I created, let's see, is this the one? No. Okay, this is the one that I did. So I added the overhead pictures of that condo in Morgan Hill down to the door, and then I backed out of the door, back out. And this was just a little outro that I created for my video, but just by using still images. You can also add text on here and all your information, but I just wanted to show you what this will look like. We're going to change it from a video or a presentation to a video. And now we're going to play this, and you can kind of just see how it goes. So it's basically starting from the out into where it goes into we can change the timing on this, but you can see it just took stills and created a video right from the stills, and then it backs back out.
Now, would you normally put some audio to this?
Yes, and the audio, I would not do it on the intro or the outro, but I would do it on the entire video. So you don't have conflicting music going on. And you can also upload your own audio in your upload file, your upload media. If you decide to do a voiceover, you can record your own voiceover and then just make sure that you have the timing set. So I would change the timing down to 1.5 seconds and probably download it that way. But I would you have to go change your seconds on each one. So some pages you want to have a little bit, let's see if I can animate. You can apply to all pages. So let's do the zoom and have it 1.5 seconds. So we've now taken it down to 38 seconds. And then you can download your video. You can also just watch it. And it didn't change the timing on the others, so they're a little bit slower, but you can kind of see the difference. Now, if you do want to add, let's go over here, back over here, so that we're not losing track of what we're doing here. So now we're going to save this intro demo. And then over here, I'm going to show you where I've actually created the whole video. And we're going to start from that. So I've added a block behind it that's a little bit transparent. I put my logo and I said presents, and I started using my my stills. But as an intro, I want to use that video that I just created. So I'm going to go upload that video. I think I called it intro demo. That's going to upload here. I'm going to put that here. So I don't need, there we go. So now we can watch this. This is my intro video. See there?
Mhm.
It has both pages of my intro video. And now I've started adding the images from my listing and some content, some text boxes. I put the address, how many beds and baths, you might want square footage up here. And then I love video for listings that tell me what I'm looking at, not just have me guess. So this is the well-maintained commons. And once you have one of these done, all you have to do is click on it and go up here and say duplicate, and then drag it down to your next frame and then change whatever you want to say about it. I'll delete that for now, but welcoming entry. And again, same thing. You can just keep saying add a page. This little icon says add a page. You can delete a page. You can duplicate a page, which makes it a lot easier because now all you have to do is go to your upload photos and drag in the photo that you want here and then edit your text. So you're not having to duplicate things so much. It makes it much easier that way. Let's get rid of this page now. We don't need it. So use this duplicate page as much as you can. And you're going to go through here and you're going to see I just added as many as I needed that I had good images. Don't put crappy images in here. And try to describe what the viewer is seeing because they only get so much time to actually understand, get their orientation when they're looking at it in a video. Spacious master, master bath ensuite, roomy shower.
Patsy, can you show again how you duplicate the attached garage that you're referring to one more time?
Right here where it says duplicate page.
But how you duplicate just the attached garage so it's the same on every slide?
Same thing. You click that text box and up here you go duplicate.
Okay,
It
so
just
you have
duplicates
to
it
select
and you can take it wherever you want it. Yeah. So now I'm at the end and I wanted to create an outro. So I created my outro the same way I created my intro and uploaded that video by using upload media. And again, oops. I didn't do it with all the white part over here, like on the very first one. I did it without that. And then like you can put subscribe to my channel or whatever you want in here. That should also be on your outro. So you don't have, you may not have, this could be a little more generic so it's not specific to this property by creating an outro. So let's go back over here and I can show you what I mean by that. So over here, she's got, that's not one that I did here. Let's look at this one. I'm going to stop it when it gets. So I did use a picture of the condo, but that could be any picture back there. And you could create this outro using Canva. And then all we're going to do is when you get to the end of your video, your last still picture, you're going to say add a page. And then you're going to upload media and you're going to upload that outro that you created. So let's go create an outro real quick because I don't want to skip over that. I'm going to go to home. I'm going to say create a design. Again, I'm going to say YouTube.
Patsy, sorry, can you share the Canva page?
Thank you. It's hard when you're going from screen to screen here, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So here's YouTube outro.
No.
So now again, you've got templates you can use, or you can just start from scratch. I tend to start more from scratch, but I love some of the templates that they have pre-made. So let's go back to templates and see what they've got, because sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel. So this one's really nice. Thanks for subscribing. You can put your logo up here. You can put your phone number, your website, whatever you want on your outro. And then you can also take this image and cut it down. You can also start it in different spots. So if you like that part more, just drag it over there. But I've got 4.9 seconds. Could have just a little bit longer. So let's go over here and make it just a little bit longer. And put your phone number using the text boxes and stuff. And now you can watch it. Make sure it's branded. I even recommend having your headshot on this on the outro, so they remember and they know it's you. And then you're going to download this as an MP4 to a folder where you know you have it, because you want to make this as generic as possible, even though I didn't do that on Rebecca's. So you want to make this like as generic that you can use the exact same outro on every single one. Now on the intro that I created for her, or on the intro that you are creating for yourself, you can easily change this photo out for each listing. But you don't necessarily have to do that. You can create a generic one that you just use the exact same intro and outro on every single video. You don't have to make it specific, because on page, when your video starts, that's when you can add in your address, new listing on the market, with the how many beds, how many baths, and the price. Make sure you put in the price. And if you have an MLS number already, I highly recommend you putting that on the first page as well, so people can find it from that as well. Any questions on the intro and outro, guys? So when you're creating your video, really you're just, let's see, adding the page. Oops, let's move this one up. See the move up? So I moved that up to the very first. And now I'm going to upload my intro and put it as the beginning. And then when I get to the bottom of my video, I'm going to say add a page. And then I'm going to upload my outro and put it on here. Now the trick is you do have to, when you create your intro, you have to download it to your hard drive and then upload it into your media. Same thing with the outro. So now we have this whole video that we've created. I'm sorry, who was going to ask a question? Go ahead.
Patsy, I have a question. How do you, where you got the logo uploaded to Canva?
You go over here when you're in your own Canva account, you say upload media and you upload your logos into there.
Okay.
So however many logos you need to upload in there so that you have, you know, one for a dark background, one for a light background, however you need to, you know, whatever logos. I would even say put all your logos up in here so that you have them. And if you have a paid account, you can have create a folder just for your logos.
Okay.
And you can also create a full folder for your photos.
Okay. So
Your
this is also
headshots.
where you can upload like all the pages that you created outside of Canva, right? Like your stats, market stats, and all that.
Nah, I wouldn't put them in folders because those aren't evergreen. Those are not things you're going to use on every single video. They're going to change.
Okay, but I'm saying like upload media. That's where you
Yeah.
want to upload anything that you saved on your hard drive, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to make sure that you're organized on your hard drive, you know, where everything's at, because people get so frustrated trying to find where they put it on their hard drive. That takes longer than actually creating the video, probably for most people. So just get in a good routine, a good habit of creating a folder for your listing and then making sure that you have a subfolder for all video information or something.
And also for Facebook post, what's the difference between the like the Facebook story and the time? Is it the timeline or you just post on your Facebook? Is it the
They're
timeline
different
more
sizes.
visible?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just different sizes.
Okay.
So now that we have our video, does anyone have a question on this? So over here, I want you to see I was actually creating a video on that's more educational, elevating your own marketing strategy. So again, they've got really nice templates in here where you can do this sort of thing, and it doesn't have to be about a listing. And these are actual videos.
Are these, is this online on your YouTube site right now?
This one is not yet. But this is where you can create, like if you go to templates, you can see that there's all kinds of templates in here for presentations. And then you can save a presentation as an MP4. And you can animate them. And a lot of this is video in here. So you can actually even animating the video is pretty cool. Let's see if we can. Oh, maybe I downloaded that one. Let's go see if I downloaded that one. Let's say this is an MP4. I haven't downloaded this one. So you can kind of see, because this one is using a mix of stills and video with animation. So you can kind of get a sense of what this one looks like. So while this is downloading, I'm going to go back over here to your listing video. That's this one. So now we have our video, and let's say we want to add music to this before we download it. you can actually add audio. We're at 9 o'clock, so this is going to have to be the last thing I can do for you today. But let's continue this next Monday, guys. So here's our video that we created. Now we're going to add audio. So see the music clip over here? Now we have, I think it says this one was like about a minute long. So we want to look for videos that are over a minute, so it covers the whole thing. You can listen to these. I actually like to use Pan a lot. So, and then once we get the video on there, or the media, then you can download the whole thing with your audio on there already. So I'm still waiting for this one. I think we're going to pick it up here from here. I've got to run. I appreciate everyone coming in today. And let's pick this up next Monday. And we're going to go from here to uploading your video into YouTube. And like I said, I want to continue this discussion because I want you guys to have a really good idea of how easily you can create social media posts with video or movement in it using animations that you can post directly to Facebook, and how you can create your own listing videos and or educational videos using Canva. So you're not just dependent. The more video that you do and add to your YouTube channel, the better your SEO is. Any questions before we go? Anyone that needs to leave can go ahead and go. I just want
to share the video. I mean, this lesson.
Yes, I'm going to stop the record right now so it's not